Pearson right now. And they're just getting started this frame. Roger opened up. And Ryan is behind by 5 points right away, 5-0. It's a tough spot to be in. Roger opened up with a short weight, but Ryan chose to ignore it and start to get the feel for the board. So I don't know if he's feeling like he's lost a little touch there or not. We'll see what he does here. Looks like he's lining up to stick that deep one. And he rolled off. So Roger's kind of playing with him a little bit here. You know, he's got 2 on the board. Kind of making him play a part of the board that he doesn't necessarily want to be playing right now. And Roger's kind of fully in charge right now, fully in control. All right, Ryan makes that shot. Good little thumb shot. And Roger's going to offer him 2 points. Or to lag. I think he's going to lag. It's a pretty plugged up board there. Good right-handed shot. It's going to hit the gap. Pumped it in there. Looks like it could be a 3. We'll see what he marks. Good lag for Ryan Pearson. Fighting his way out of that frame. He could have been in a lot of trouble right there. So Ryan's going to open up this frame with a pretty deep one. Looks like it's splitting the line just a touch. And Ryan continues to sort of press that line there. Roger got a nice stick. Yeah, this is just a straight push up the table. He wanted to nail that, but he missed it. That's a tough one to miss. You know, he pitched it into the rail just a little bit more, and I think he needed to just go straight at it. Yeah, he's. I think he wanted to cover that, and if I'm picking up the read on this board, it looks like it's favoring the from where the viewer is, the left side, from where the player is the right side. So everything's kind of pulling about an inch or 2 that way from the center, which is probably why Ryan missed that shot and probably why Roger didn't get a great block. I think they both threw it accurately, but the board might be pulling it a touch. Good stick. So we'll see what Roger does here. Looks like he's just touching up the rails. There's a roll shot there if he wants it. Don't think he rolled it quite far enough. I was thinking if he hit it on the inside, he had a little bit of room to run, you know, into a 2 or a 3. But now it's Roger Holloway 7 points, Ryan Pearson 3 points. It's Ryan's hammer. And Roger opens up this frame again, pressing that short weight strategy. And Ryan's going to hopefully stick this one. There it goes. Sticking back. See where Ryan puts it. He's been wanting to get a feel for the end of the board on these open free throws here. So I think Roger has a distaste for weights that are in the trough. He keeps cleaning up the trough in the middle of the frames. And players actually have 20 seconds to shoot, roughly. That's a new rule, just to eliminate slow play. You know, it's not strictly enforced, but it's definitely makes people take into consideration just being considerate about the time. Again with the short weight in a little bit of a different spot, kind of towards the middle of the center of the board. You know, if Ryan wants to go past this, he's gonna have to aim, you know, to get around it. And when you have to do an aim shot like that, it can pull you out of your lag a little bit. Looks like Ryan found a nice little lane he liked. Good lag. Five to 7. He's still behind 2, and Roger has the hammer here. So Ryan has quite a bit of work to do if he's going to pull this one out. Took the last game to 14-15, so it looks like they had a good battle there. We're 5-7 here. He's going to need to figure out a way to make Roger score less points. Good cross shot, good stick. He had that lined right up. There we go, back and forth. This is some good shuffleboard right here. These guys are both shooting dead on, sticking when they want to stick. Both of them are lagging pretty good. Roger threw that out there to protect his hammer. It's a good strategy. Ryan has to contend with it, and if he doesn't stick it, or if he does stick it, it's, you know, out of the way. Now Roger has that entire side of the table to lag into. Doesn't have to worry about aiming it as much. Freehand lagger. Let's see what he can dial up. Okay. One point. Here's an opportunity for Ryan to start making up some ground. So if he can score, 2-3 points right here, that could be crucial for him to find success in this match. Rogers is grinding these short weights right now. It's real difficult to find the touch of the board, if all you're shooting at is these short weights all game long. And Rogers definitely trying to grind him down right now with these shots. He's going left-handed. Looks like he's got it lined up pretty good. Good stick. That'll run off the end. Roger offers him two. I don't think Ryan's going to take it. He's already had a pretty good lag. Maybe he is. Okay. Yeah, he saw the opportunity to make up ground, where Roger scored 1 and he scored 2. So that's 1 point in his favor. It's closer this time around now. See where Ryan opens up here on this frame. He's been going a little deeper. Nice deep 3. This is a great place to open up. It's hard to get in trouble. Not that Roger's somebody who misses weights, but if anybody missed this weight, you can start to build a huge frame by covering it up. Now they're just going to stick back and forth, I'd imagine, right here. Good stick, a little bit of a... What a beautiful shot. Yeah, Roger has this board dialed in, but Ryan is clawing his way back. When we opened this game, I think it was 5-0, and Ryan's making up a lot of ground. Looks like our camera's freezing right now. It came unfrozen. I'm not quite sure what happened in the action there. Still grinding out this short game. Looks like Roger scored 1 again on that end, while the cameras were glitching there. And this is another opportunity for Ryan to really turn the screws. He could take a lead right here, which would be huge for him. Roger's going to offer him 2 again. Ryan could tie the game right here. It's almost identical frame to last frame, except that the weight's on the left side of the board. Very strategic. Roger put that in a different spot this time. Good stick. Roger's going to touch it up, but that looks like 2 for Ryan. And he's right back in this, you know? Just like that. So very interesting, you know, Roger scored 1 point and then he ended up offering him 2 on the other side of it twice. And that's exactly how Ryan got back into this game. You know, who knows what would have happened if we let him lag. Ryan's a very good lagger, so very likely he probably could have had the same outcome. And Ryan continues to play him deep in about the same spot, and they're going to push around right here and do some of these deep sticks. It's always interesting to see how these guys throw, you know, for anybody who's learned how to play the game or hasn't had as much experience on the tables. Just like looking at their grip. See how Ryan's still touching the board at the end there on that shot, you know, follow through, you know, on the rail, and little things like that are things that people at home can pick up to improve their game just by trying to mimic the technique of these two guys. They're both very good, solidly in form right now. You know, they're not doing anything too unconventional. Hit and go. So again, Roger's protecting his hammer, throwing it a little short, keeping it out of the way. If Ryan sticks it, he will be on that side of the table, so he'll still have a nice alley to find a line in. Let's see what he can do here. Roger needs to dial something up. He's let Ryan crawl back into this game here, and you know, it'd be good for him to score 2 or more here. What do you got, Roger? Good release. Can't tell if he likes it. Oh, a little heavy. And that's a stolen point. And a flip of the lagging ends. So where Ryan's going to lag on this end right now. Or I'm sorry, Roger's going to lag on this end that Ryan's opening up. This is the end that Roger was playing short weights on, so Ryan's going to throw short weights. Looks like we're not going to change any strategy on this one. So Ryan just came all the way back. And Roger's trying to... Didn't try it. He did it. Look at that. What a beautiful shot that is. It's a hard one to get at, too, to pick out. Definitely suit... Oh, look at that. He missed it. Roger's shot there was so... I mean, if you could pick it up and set it down, that's exactly what you would do. It's about 10 inches, maybe 12 inches, directly behind. And now it's opening up a lot for him defensively, just to start blocking the board. There's no combo on that, you know. It's just what a perfect shot. I mean, Ryan could maybe go around it if he wanted to. He clears it out. Roger plugs up almost. Well, let's see, that's sticking out a little bit. All right, good stick. You rolled it, tucked it in there a little bit. Hey, we got Donnie Baxter walking into the studio. He's waving at everybody. You can't see him right now. He found me. I'm in the tool room back here. Everybody. Yeah, and so occasionally you might hear some of the staff come back here. Okay. 2 points. Roger's going to go short on this side. Okay. He's not breaking from that strategy, you know. So he didn't even cross the foul line there. So he just sent his weight down. And Ryan's going to have a free field. That's so huge, actually, right now. Because, you know, this is the first time he's going to at least get to throw and get a gauge right here of what this end is to lag. He's been getting a good feel on this end anyway because he's been playing deep. So Ryan's actually set himself up pretty well to know what this end of the board is going to do. Probably a little shallower than he wanted. Good drive weight. Drove it to 2, looks like, on the line. Good stick. Shots are automatic for these guys, you know. Very high caliber players. It's harder than it looks. These guys make it look easy. He's following him right there on the line. A little roll. Great shot. Pushes the action to a place. You know, Ryan's got to recalibrate, you know. This is a shot that if, you know, he doesn't get it perfect, this could be costly. Rolls him back. Great shooting by these two. Good stick. What's he got here? Wow. So Ryan had an opportunity. It looks like to stick and roll there for like a two, and he hit it off, and that ended up being a great defensive play for on Rogers' part. It was a little dangerous. Could have been a lot of points for Ryan, but yeah, I don't think he has made him stick for one yet. So it was a good chance for him to test that part of his game. Ryan played him short weight last time over here, and it looks like he's playing him deeper now. And I mean, I'm surprised they're not playing a little deeper than that. It seems like, you know, either one of these guys is going out on a limb and trying to do pass shots or anything, but they keep tempting somebody. They're bound to do it to you. Let's see what Ryan's got here. Looks like he's right on the line. Perfect. Great shot. Great speed control, you know. Rogers really letting the board do a lot of the work there. Oh, good roll to the side. Let's see what Ryan's got here. Interesting. Oh man, that's so crazy how that played out. So, Roger's not happy with that at all. On the last frame, Roger tested Ryan's stick for two, and he ended up with no points. And now the same thing just happened to Roger. And so we have two frames with no score, and we're kind of right back to where we started. Except that both guys have kind of dealt pretty great defensive blows there in terms of just testing each other out. Roger's been throwing short weights a bunch, so he's probably going to stay with that. Good stick. Yeah, Ryan's definitely in stroke right now with his hit and stick weights, and Roger as well. But those pressure float sticks for points at the end of a frame, the pressure of the shot is definitely something that you have to account for when you're thinking defensively, and when you're actually the one trying to make the shot. It's a high pressure shot, and if you're offline just a little bit, you don't make your stick, and the weights go off. Again, that seems so shallow to me. I mean, maybe some of the pros can weigh in the chat, but it seems like a great opportunity, if somebody wanted to break the game open. And maybe that's what he's testing right now. Maybe he wants to see what he's got. Puts one on the close logo there. This is a spot of the board that they haven't played yet. We'll see how Roger reacts. Drives it. Monster drive. Ryan should dial up a big one here. Now's the time to get on 12. Looks like he made it. So after opening this game up, down by 5 points, 5-0 Roger, Ryan ended up being the first one on 12 here, which is a great place to be if you're trying to win a shuffleboard game. Good toss right at the line there. It's a hard one to go around. It's good to start your stick backs there. Ooh, good roll. Looks like it's hanging off the side. Oh, and it fell. See where Ryan plays now. So he's going for a little bit. Kind of that deeper part of the one zone there. Ooh, Roger wanted to go around that. He took the bait. He was the first one to take it. Ryan's been setting up in those go-arounds all day, and Roger just threw one off. Let's see if he can do something with this. If he can bury one here, this could be a tough frame for Roger to come back from. Looks like he's going to try to get in there, freehand. Tyler, is he going for the bump? I think he was trying for the bump, perhaps, and didn't quite give it enough. Well, if Roger wanted to do it again, he could. He had a good read on that from that side, but looks like he's going to get rid of both of those. Stop messing around. Ryan threw that one off on purpose. I think he likes playing this other end. Roger do right here? Can he make one in? Oh, I don't know if he got in. All right, he's on 12. So 12-12. Ryan's hammer. And Roger opens up defensively just about on the 2. It's a good spot. They haven't really played that patch as much. They played a little shallower, a little deeper, but I think Ryan is very solidly on that shot right now. You can see how many times he's shot it because the wax is starting to wear down there in that area. Okay. What's Roger thinking about doing here? I think he's just going to try to stake it, go down about that same alley. I'll hit and go. Short weight. Roger's gonna take that one off for sure. Floating. Oh, I can't tell if that's 2 or 3. Looks like it's on the line there. Maybe. Looks like he just marked 3. Yep. So Ryan Pearson won that round. And they're going to be going to a 3rd game here. Okay, for those of you just joining us, we are watching the third game of the match, the final game between Ryan Pearson and Roger Holloway. We'll switch to a better view here. And this is the first weight of the match. The last game was a great victory for Ryan. He was able to come back from 5-0 and all the way clawed his way back up to win the game, to keep him in the winner's bracket, or have a chance to keep him in the winner's bracket. So I anticipate this is going to be a really well contested match here. Roger's playing really good too, but Ryan is scoring a lot of points quickly. Started off with a miss there, so that's an early opportunity for Roger to do something. Can't quite tell if that's a 2 or not. I think that's a 2 already working, so he's going to block it up. Looks like it's a little open on the outside if Ryan wanted to pick it out or stick it. Roger has another opportunity to just continue to protect that. Ryan's in a little bit of trouble here. It's early, I mean, if he's got to stay on, but if he could cut the bleeding here, might be a good idea. Try for the combo there. Roger draws first blood. Looks like he scored 3 there on Ryan's miss. These games can get out of hand fast. These frames can get out of hand fast if you don't do everything perfectly at the pro division. These guys are too good. Now, last game we saw Roger really grinding the short game on Ryan, and I don't think he sees any reason to change that. Ryan is much more dialed in on the short game right now. He's sticking almost everything short that Roger puts up there, which allows him to take control back of the frame. Feel. And this shot, as we've seen, is like pretty much automatic for both of these guys. It's just a really comfortable thumb shot, reach up the table. Board's going right to it. Roll to back center. Now it's all the way back up to so many sticks. It started deep, and now it's all the way back up to a 1. Roger's going to stick him back here. See what Ryan can bring. Oh, just a little short there. So an early mistake by Ryan, and then a stolen frame, and he is down early, just like the last game, down 4-0. And Roger's going to start grinding with the short weights, continuing with that strategy. Good stick. Nicely done. And let's see here. Roger's back to offering him 2. You know, this strategy proved to be able to let Ryan get back into the game last time relatively quickly, and he has actually less to overcome. I wouldn't be if I hope he realizes that and takes the stick, because he had really good success with that all last game. He's going for a lag. All right. Went for a lag, tried it, scored 1 point. Let's see if he modifies that down the line. If Roger offers him 2 again, which he very well may. Roger's been doing that throughout the game here, or throughout the match. And Ryan plays him just to the outside, and that's going to be an easy roll. Beautiful shot by Roger Holloway. The mechanics, Roger's mechanics are so good. If I'm just going to shout out the instructor's corner. If you haven't checked that out on YouTube, you should. A lot of good information on there for players who want to learn the game, and Roger does a good job of explaining different techniques and strategies and stuff. Good deep one. That is fully a 3 there. No doubt about that. Good roll. Puts the action on the other side of the table. forces Roger to change hands, but the shot's pretty much the same. The sport's very, very even on both sides. And it looks like after all those sticks, they might be getting closer to that 2 line. I don't know yet. Okay. Good pump. Let's see what it is. 1, 2, 3. Good lag by Roger. All right, Ryan's got some work to do here. Back to the short weights. Might have a chance to be offered 2 if he can get Roger to start making 1s. He might be able to claw his way back in again. But we'll see how he plays it. Going deep. I think he feels like, you know, he needs to set something up a little bit bigger now, given the 6-point deficit. And he's starting to try to make something happen here, which is, it can get you in a lot of trouble. Roger could stick this one and hits it off. He's going to go down again. Back to that same spot there. Roger's probably going to blast it here. .90-mile-an-hour fastball. Off the side of the table. All right. So Roger puts his 1 up here, and we'll see what Ryan can dial up. Looks like there's a couple of sort of spots where the wax is skipping and some heavier lines down there, but hopefully you can figure out a way to avoid those. They're talking about wax right there. He got him a jar or something. Gave it a pop. Watch it float. Ooh, right into a 3. Good lag, Ryan. Ryan Pearson with a clutch 3 right there. He really needed it to get back in the game. But Roger can, he's firmly in the lead. He's been in control of the first half of this game. So we'll see what he does here in the second half. He needs to just keep his foot on the gas, and Ryan needs to figure out something that's going to make Roger slow down his pace of scoring. So let's see what he can figure out defensively here. Same spot, man. I mean, it's like these guys, it's a game of attrition. Good stick. Rolls it. You know, if they can push one all the way over and roll it to the other side, there's parts of this board here that are still, as I've seen it, a little unexplored towards the edges, especially in the deep area. Back and forth. What excellent shuffleboard this is. I was going to go a little hotter at this, straight at it. Good blast off. He's got to leave one on here, I would imagine. You know, hopefully if Roger lagged off, he'd be able to score. You can also kind of use it as a blocker if you think there's an alley that your opponent likes. But let's see where he puts it. See Roger's scouting his angle right now. Got his eye right behind his elbow. Okay. Yeah, everything's kind of pulling back towards the center pretty well there in the inside, you know, 12, 15 inches or so. Little bit short there. So Ryan gets his steal by leaving one on the board. And let's see if he can get a little momentum here defensively. He's been playing him deep. Wonder if he changes that up at all. A little hot. You know, you got to feel though. I think, you know, Ryan's one of those guys that's going to use that opportunity to figure out what the touch is on the board. Looks like a miss. I don't know. He needs to cool down and bring his focus back in. That's tough. That's the second miss of the game. First miss got him in trouble, and he's been digging himself out ever since. See what Roger does with it. Looks like he's going for a little bump. Gets it. Covers a bunch of board. Good stick by Roger. Solid speed at that. And he's waiting for Donnie right now to finish waxing. Or kind of get out of his way there before he takes this shot. Oh no. Roger's got one on the board here. Lost a little bit of count. I think that if this is his hammer right here, he could break the game open again. Ooh, I don't know if it got in or not. Looks like it did. 3 points, 10-5. Ryan is back to being down 5 points with the hammer. Short weight by Roger. Nothing new. Ryan's probably going to go down. That's what he's been doing on that first weight. An opportunity to get a feel, because he does have the hammer, and not necessarily give Roger the control of the frame. You know, it forces Roger to make a shot now. And it gives him, the more weights on the board, the more of an opportunity that you have to create something bigger. So him having 2-3 weights on the board, you know, he can use all that for blockers. Okay, I think he's trying to draw a stick from Roger right here, but Roger's gonna fire it up that rail, I'm sure. No stick. It's so interesting, the pattern of these frames here with the short weights. Several years back I did a video with Bill Melton and Daryl Nelson, and you can go back into that video and see basically these identical frames where the first guy throws up a short weight, the second guy goes deep, and they start playing kind of around the short weight, trying to use it as a blocker, and then on the, you know, second to last weight, they blast off the short weight, and then there's the lag, and you're lagging, you end up lagging a clear board. So it's an interesting way to do battle, but it's almost a formula in the sport. Wow, I think that's right on the number. Let's see what it is. It should update shortly here. The scoreboard should update shortly. 8 points. Good lag, Ryan. Roger's going to dress the board up just a little bit here. Obviously, we use Shuffleboard Federation products. That's Shuffleboard Federation wax. That's the reason these boards slide so good. If you're not using their products, start. They're the best. Back to a little deep game here. That's where Ryan's like to play. He played a little bit short earlier, but hasn't really gone back to that. Good feel. It's just touching the line there. Roger's got to contend with it there. Good drive. It's a high pressure situation here. He's wanting to stick it, I think. Stuck it right up. Did it land in the 2 zone? That's the question. What does Roger need to do? Is he going to lag it here? Is he going to roll it? I think you do different things if it's a 2 or a 1, you know. Looks like he's going for a lag. Oh, and he lagged off. He did not want to do that. So let's find out how many points that one is then. Don't quite have 1 point. Okay. That's an important steal. Ryan has some defensive momentum. Well, Roger's feeling that. I'm sure he's thinking about it. He's got to move past it and get back into moving the scoreboard forward. Good stick and roll. They're playing a little bit more shallow than they have. They're outside of the lag zone. Open board. Let's see where Roger puts it. Okay. Right on the Shuffleboard Federation logo. That's okay. Hit it off. Just trying to stick that. These guys have been playing all day. So there's an element of this where, you know, we're already here approaching midnight and, you know, they've been playing for several hours. So maintaining the consistency and accuracy over the time frame is something that a lot of people need to consider when they're thinking about what this sport's about. Looks like he just lagged another 1 there. So here's another opportunity for Ryan to gain a little bit of ground. This is how he did it last time. Ryan was the first one to get on 12 after being down. Brought it to 10-10, I think, and then he came back. Now look at Roger's setup down here. He's doing something different defensively. That's the first time in a while we've seen Roger put the first weight down that far. See what kind of impact that's going to have on things here. He's trying to shake it up. Yeah, I'm sure he's noticed that Ryan's coming back and he's not doing so well, so he's trying something new. Different part of the board. They haven't played this part of the board in a while. A little bit of a line check there. Probably would have wanted it deeper, but I don't think Roger's going to take the opportunity to go around it at this point. He's going to go off or stick it. Or drive it. Looks like it's still moving a little bit. Good stick and roll. Did that get in? Yeah, Roger's definitely got to knock this off here. It's a pretty high pressure shot. Roger's got solid mechanics, so right to it. I don't know if he wanted to roll it there. Ryan's checking it out. You know, it could be if Ryan sticks right there, he sticks for a 1. So if that's the case, that's a terrific shot by Roger. Like if that's a 2 and he sticks it and it's a 1, that's a, you couldn't ask for more. But if Ryan rolls it, that could be a different story. Looks like he's on it. Stick. Just a 1. Good defense by Roger right there. He played that just about perfectly. Alright, that first weight's a little shallow there. It's tempting, you know. I don't know. These guys have not given in to temptation. There's only been one go around shot. Roger's just gonna knock it off. Keep the board clean and lag, right? Okay, clean board still. I think he's trying to find a different spot over there. Definitely. place. A little unexplored. It's not automatic on that right hand thumb shot necessarily. You kind of got to shoot at it a little bit more. You can't just, I don't think you can anyway, just let it float. Yeah, see how it's pulling back there? That's not an automatic shot right there. Roger's going to have to pick a side here. It's just about the middle. Anticipate a freehand leg, probably. Freehand leg, right to left. Beautiful line. And it's close. I think he got in. 2 points. All right, Roger's the first one to get past 12 here, so 10-13. Ryan is, he's officially in trouble now. He needs to do something. Roger's back to the short weights. You know, he wants to stick that. It's very subtle, but Ryan is, I don't know if he's losing focus or he's letting the pressure of the game get to him, but he's just barely missing on these. See? He's kind of shaking his hand there. It's not, he wanted to just stick that one again. Didn't make it. Let's see if he can just come back to center here and do what he wants. There it is. See, he took his time. That's what you got to do. Really aim, you know. Okay. Oh man. So that was his offer too, and that really paid off for Roger. Would have been 12-13. You know, I like 12-13 better than I like 11-13. He's got to put good defensive pressure on Roger and, you know, keep him to scoring 0 points or 1 point and just try to stay alive for another day here. Cannot let this frame get out of hand. And if Roger pops a 2, he pops a 2. You know, there's not much you can do about that, but he's got to try to manufacture something. And Roger's got to just stay out of trouble. If Roger just hits the side of every weight super hard and, you know, Roger just wants this to be over with. He's putting the gas on right here. Fire it up. Look at that. Boom. Ryan is in a lot of trouble right now. Roger's probably one of the most dangerous closers in the game. His obviously strategy is flawless and his execution is deadly. And that's right on that line right there. You see it right there. That weight's going to trace that line. Boom. You can see it coming. It's a missile. Ryan needs to find a different part of the board somehow, different line, take a different bend somewhere. He needs to either draw a stick or a miss here. If he sticks it, and he could perhaps go around it, and then obviously if he misses it, then he can get a cover and maybe steal 1 point. Just try to stay alive. Oh, you know what? Oh, look at that. Roger saw that line and just filled it right in. Is this his fourth weight? I might have lost count on that. Is this his fourth? There's 2 weights left. Ooh. All right. So I think this is Ryan's last weight. He's got to keep it on. I'm imagining it's pretty deep. Ideally, probably like a 2. Oh. All right. Here, Roger's lagging in on a clean board. Let's see if he can dial up a 2 to close out this set here. Donnie's giving him respect right there. Didn't walk down until after he shot. That's good courtesy right there if you guys do that. Oh, he wanted it deeper. Only took a 1 here. Ryan lives to see another frame here in the winner's bracket. And he's 4 points away from closing this out here. So this is a very exciting ending. Roger wanted that to be over right there. And he knows how dangerous Ryan is, so we'll see what happens. Now to score 4 points, there's obviously there's a few ways to do it, but 2 weights or 1 weight, probably what it is realistically what his options could be in this frame. He's probably trying to draw a stick here, and he's leaving it out far enough so because Roger throws so hard that if he drives it, maybe there's still a go around afterwards. Roger's firing hard here right now. Yeah, even if Roger drove that, it would probably drive off the end of the board. Chewing up the wax when you shoot that hard. Alright, trying to draw another one. And here comes Roger's full fire here. And no stick. Looks like we got a couple other games closing out or starting up on both sides of us here, so you see some people walking in front of our cameras. But these are the pro boards, so anybody you see walking by is a top-notch player. There's Sean Bradstreet popping into view there. Dan Margus behind him. Michael Gallagher waxing the table here. A lot of good players in the pro division this year. Totally stacked. So he's trying to, again. Oh. I think he was just trying to get a feel there. Let's see what this payoff weight does here for Ryan. Roger's going to make him choose a side. Can't just kind of float it easily. A little bit of an aim. Obviously punishes him if he goes off. He can't go off. Sticking it is going to do him no good. So the only thing he can do is just pump one in there. Trust his hands right now. What can he dial up? He's steadying himself. Last night me and him were doing a little commentary talking about nerves and high pressure shots and stuff. There's definitely something to be said for taking a minute, taking a deep breath, giving it a fire. He's pushing for it. Looks like it's running into some traffic. 2 points. Okay, 13-14. Roger's hammer. Roger needs to score 1 point right here. This is closeout strategy 101. So Ryan's going to throw this up somewhere. And Ryan is trying to get Roger to stick it. But Roger will throw it accurately and at a speed that it's not gonna stick. So that's the first round of that, and they're gonna do it again. Roger's goal here is to just be lagging against one weight, and he has 2 chances to try to just lag past whatever Ryan throws up there. And Ryan is trying to create something to where he can get a steal or somehow draw Roger to throw his weight off the board. Roger's too good. This is Roger's bread and butter right here, throwing hard, closing out games. So this is round 3 of that game, and let's see if they do it. Do it again. Find a different spot of the board. Maybe even sometimes when you're trying to get somebody to draw a stick, you put it up in one place, and then if you have enough control, you move it over, to the right or to the left or something like that, and they'll accidentally stick it because they think that they can get lulled into that using that same line over and over again. I don't think that that's going to happen right now. I think Roger's super in stroke. Bang. Last weight here, and this is, I'm curious to see where Ryan puts this. It's got to be pretty deep. Best spot is just on the other side of that one line, so that if he stuck it, and he's got to just really lag deep. He could potentially throw off, and he steals 2, and then he wins. So it's a lot of fun right here. Let's see if he gets it where it needs to be. He could also put it in somewhere in a line that Roger likes to lag into, but Roger's a freehand lagger. There's not much that he can do for blocking with one weight. Okay. Covered up that side of the board. It's money time for Roger right here. He'd love to get a 2, or I'm sorry, he'd just love to just get past that 1 to close out the game. So played that frame perfectly, set himself up for this shot. He's got plenty of room. That's it. So Roger Holloway wins that one and will advance, and Ryan Pearson will head to the loser bracket. Good game, guys.